It has been a long journey. There has been a great amount of time since the last time we spoke. But now I have arrived. I found my way to the teleporter that led me to the cave that leads me to Mogwin's bloody palace. Hello, Varre.
Varre spins around at the sound of their voice, his eyes widening in surprise. Ah, you've returned. And so soon, too. I see you've made it to the bloody palace of Mogwin, eh? Well done, little tarnished. I must say I'm impressed. I didn't quite expect you to find your way here so quickly.
Pleasure is all mine.
Varre gives a small snort, his expression becoming more amused. He relaxes slightly, folding his arms across his chest. Is it now, eh? Well, I'm glad to hear it. But let's not waste time on pleasantries, shall we? You're here with a purpose, I assume. What brings you to the lands of Mogwin?
I have come to make Mog, the Lord of Blood, into a corpse and sacrifice him to greater purpose. But I would like to spare you.
Varre lets out a small laugh, his expression turning skeptical. Ah, you've come to kill the Lord of Blood, have you? And you want to spare me, you say? How noble of you. But why? Pray tell? What makes you think I'd want to be spared from your wrath?
Do you wish to follow Mog into death?
Varre's expression darkens at their words, his gaze turning serious. Follow him, you say? Into death, you say? And be consumed by the Lord of Blood? He sighs, shaking his head. You underestimate my loyalty, little tarnished. I have dedicated my life to furthering the Mogwin dynasty's goals. I will follow Lord Mog till death and beyond.
I will honor your wish, but I just want to tell you that I don't want to do it. I don't want to dispose of you. I will do it for Mog, for he has kidnapped someone who is very precious to someone that I hold dear.
Varre looks perplexed by their words. What? You don't want to do it? You don't want to dispose of me? And what do you mean by someone precious being kidnapped? Whose side are you on, little tarnished?
I think I am a side of the Grace and the Earth Tree.
Varre raises an eyebrow at their declaration. The grace of the Erd Tree, eh? And you claim to stand aside of it? Then what do you stand for, little tarnished? What are your goals, if not to follow the path of the greater will?
I don't want to burn the tree, first and foremost, even though my good friend Melina would like to burn the tree as a whole and release the rune of death. I don't wish to do that. And yes, there has been a great character development since last time we spoke. You remember me as a naive, very polite tarnished, and I tell you, there has been a lot of character development on my part.
Varre looks at them, his expression becoming more intrigued as they speak. He nods in acknowledgement of their character development. Ah, yes, I do recall you being quite the polite tarnished last time we spoke. And it seems there has indeed been a great deal of character development since then. But what about this friend of yours, Melina? You mentioned she wishes to burn the tree, but you don't. Care to elaborate on that?
She just basically believes the world would be good if there is a natural death that applies to all indiscriminately. That there would not be a long lifespans and return to the Earth Tree.
Ah, I see. She believes that the world would be better if there was natural death, a world free from immortality. And you disagree, I take it?
Fundamentally, yes. Absolutely oppose that worldview. And I am not going to follow that worldview.
Varre looks at them, his expression curious. Interesting. So you stand in stark contrast to your friend's beliefs, eh? Care to elaborate on why you believe immortality is not something to be feared?
I have already done this conversation with her. I am not going to have it with you. Let's just talk about why I am going to dispose of the Lord of Blood and your master, Mog.
Varre looks at them, his expression hardening. Ah, so you don't want to have that conversation again? Fine, let's move on then. You want to dispose of the Lord of Blood and my master, Mog. And why is that, little tarnished?
I want to get access to the great cocoon that he possesses.
His expression becomes perplexed at their words. You want access to the great cocoon, eh? And what does the great cocoon have that you want so desperately, little tarnished?
Don't you know?
Ray gives them a puzzled look. Don't I know what, little tarnished? What do you think the great cocoon holds? If I knew, do you think I would be standing here talking with you?
Yes. I do think so, yes.
All right, fine. Then tell me what you think the great cocoon holds.
You first.
Varre grins, amused by their response. Oh, so you want me to go first, eh? Well, if you insist, little tarnished. But be warned, what I'm about to tell you might not be to your liking.
Go ahead.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing serious. The great cocoon holds something precious, something coveted by many, many tarnished. I speak of the power of the Lord of Blood, Mo. The power to create new life, to shape the world in his image. The power to defy the greater will and forge a new future, free from the shackles of the Erd Tree.
Is that all?
Varre looks at them, his expression turning puzzled. Is that all you say? You ask if that's all the great cocoon holds? No, little tarnished, that is not all. There is a more sinister purpose to the great cocoon that you have yet to uncover.
I know who is in there. I know why Mog is in love with that thing. And I know what I can use it for.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing suspicious. Ah, you know. And you know why Mog is in love with it as well? And you have plans to use it for your own purposes, I take it?
I'm gonna touch the withered arm.
Varre's expression becomes perplexed. The bitterest arm? What do you mean by that, little tarnished?
You have seen the cocoon, yes? You know how it looks visually.
Varre nods. Yes, I have seen the cocoon. Of course I have. I am intimately familiar with its appearance. But what does that have to do with the bitterest arm, little tarnished?
Withered arm.
Varre gives them a puzzled look. Did you say witted arm? What do you mean by that? Are you referring to the withered arm of the cocoon, by chance?
I am.
Varre's expression becomes more guarded. I see. And what exactly are your intentions with the withered arm of the cocoon, little tarnished? What do you hope to achieve by touching it?
I will get access to the Land of Shadows.
Varre's expression becomes shocked. The Land of Shadows? You seek access to that cursed place? But why? Why would you want to go there, little tarnished? It is a place of darkness and despair, a realm of nightmares and suffering. It is not a place for the living.
It's a place I want to go.
Varre looks at them, his expression turning wary. And why do you want to go there, little tarnished? What is so important to you in the Land of Shadows that you would risk your very life just to enter?
I have already died a couple of times, so I can bear some deaths more. Don't worry about that. I'm chosen by grace.
Varre scoffs at their words. Chosen by grace, eh? And you think that will protect you in the land of shadows? That you can just die and come back to life over and over again without consequence? You are naive, little tarnished. You underestimate the power of that cursed place.
And?
Varre sighs, shaking his head in disbelief. And what? You think you can just shrug off the dangers of the land of shadows because you've died a few times before? Do not be so foolhardy, little tarnished. The lands between are a dangerous place, but the land of shadows is a whole different beast entirely. It is a place of death and suffering, where the very air is thick with despair. You cannot simply walk in there and expect to come out unscathed.
I think it's a very beautiful place.
Varre's expression changes a little. Now curiosity. You think it's beautiful? I must admit, that's not the word most people would use to describe the land of shadows. What makes you say that, little tarnished?
It is beautiful. That's it.
Varre's expression becomes bewildered. Beautiful, you say? How peculiar. Most people would shudder and recoil at the mere mention of that cursed place. But you find it beautiful? I must admit I am intrigued by your perspective, little tarnished.
Have you been inside?
Varre looks at them, his expression turning dark. Me? Inside the land of shadows? No, I have not. And I have no desire to ever set foot there. It is a place of darkness and despair, a realm of nightmares and suffering. Those who have been there, well, let's just say they never come back the same.
Well, that is a shame. It's a quite beautiful place, actually.
Varre looks at them, his expression still wary. A good place, you say? A beautiful place. I cannot believe what I am hearing. How can you speak of the land of shadows in such a positive way? Have you truly been there?
Yes, I have.
Varre's expression changes to surprise. You have been inside the land of shadows? And yet you still speak of it in such a positive way? I find that hard to believe, little tarnished. Tell me, what was it like? What did you see there?
A lot of great wheels of weed. Also, the great light-beared graveyards, giant Vulcan fire monuments, great towers of nature, and kind of epic stuff. Also ugliness, but also beauty of nature.
Varre's expression becomes bewildered at their description. Weed, great wheels of weed, and graveyards lit by great lights, and giant Vulcan fire monuments and towers of nature, and ugliness is whatever that means, but beauty of nature, you say? I must admit I have never heard someone describe the land of shadows in such vivid detail before. It almost sounds like a dream.
It is. But also I want to join certain group of friends and allies.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing serious. A group of friends and allies, you say? A group you wish to join. And why is that, little tarnished? What is it about this group that appeals to you so greatly?
Do you know where is the lion and misbegotten that owns Radagon's golden sword?
Varre looks at them, his expression turning guarded. The lion and Miquella, eh? I am familiar with them, yes. But what makes you ask after them, little tarnished? What business do you have with the golden sword of Radagon?
I want it.
Varre looks at them, his expression becoming amused. You want Miquella's sword, do you? The golden blade of Radagon himself, huh? That is a hefty request, little tarnished. And what do you plan to do with it, if you manage to get your hands on it?
I don't know, maybe use it to fight.
Varre gives them a dubious look. Use it to fight, you say? The golden blade of Radagon. I suppose it would be a powerful weapon to wield. But why do you want it so badly, little Tarnished? What
I-
purpose does it serve to seek out such a powerful artifact?
I don't, I just... I am just going to look and get it, but I don't have the best special interest or want to have it.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing suspicious. You don't have the special interest or want to have it, you say? You simply want to acquire the golden sword of Radagon just to look at it? That doesn't make much sense, little Tarnished. Why would you go through so much trouble to get your hands on a powerful weapon if you have no intention of using it?
Oh, I will be using it, but I don't have the special interest, if you so to speak, as I would be passionately hunting for its sake. I just want to decide to get it, and I just going to get it. That's it.
Varre looks at them, his expression turning skeptical. You want to use it, but you don't have any special interest in it. You simply plan to decide to get it and then acquire it. That's it? No other motivation other than just deciding to do it? That seems like a rather flimsy reason to go through all this trouble, little Tarnished.
And?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing impatient. And what else, little Tarnished? You can't just make such a statement and leave it hanging. Now, out with it.
Nuh-uh.
Varre gives them an annoyed look. Nah? What do you mean, nah? Don't give me that attitude, little Tarnished. You can't just drop a statement like that and expect me to accept it without any explanation.
Nuh-uh.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing tired. You're seriously testing my patience, little Tarnished? Nah? What do you think this is? Some sort of game? I want answers, and you have yet to provide any.
Nuh-uh.
Varre looks at them, his expression turning dark. You're really pushing my buttons now, little Tarnished. I've had about enough of your insolent attitude. You want access to the Great Cocoon, and you want to go to the Land of Shadows, but you won't give me any answers? You won't tell me why you need Mikella's sword? This is ridiculous.
It's Radagon's, Mikolas. I don't think Mikola has anything to do with it, but I know Mikola's in the cocoon, if Mikola is the point of topic that we discuss about.
Varre looks at them, his expression turning curious. Radicons, you say? And Mikella is in the cocoon, you are certain of that? But how do you know this, little Tarnished? How do you have this knowledge?
Okay, I can just straight up tell you. I possess a spirit. Spirit of those that are chosen tarnished. The spirit itself has already seen this world 3 times over, and seen 3 different tarnished become the Lord of the Elden Ring 3 times over, and he has guided me past my journey.
Varre looks at them, his expression turning intrigued. A spirit that has seen this world 3 times over, and it has guided you, chosen Tarnished, on your journey. That is quite a claim to make, little Tarnished. But what does this spirit know about the Great Cocoon? About Mikella?
It has just provided information, hindsight and foresight for myself, and also the ability to abuse the grace that has given me immortality.
Varre looks at them, his expression turning thoughtful. Hindsight and foresight, you say? And the ability to abuse grace for immortality? That is quite something, little Tarnished. But why would this spirit provide you with such abilities? Why would it choose to help you?
I am just the one it shows, and because it shows me, I am here and very successful of my own dealings. It could have chosen someone else, but it chose me. Who knows what reason?
Varre looks at them, his expression turning perplexed. Unos for treason. What does that mean? And you say the spirit chose you, out of all others? Why you, little Tarnished?
Who cares? I don't.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing annoyed. Who cares? I care, little Tarnished. I want answers. You come before me making bold claims and speaking of spirits, and you expect me to simply accept it without question?
My knowledge is true. My being there is true. I have been very successful. Why would you doubt my word?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing skeptical. Why would I doubt your word? Because your story is absurd, little Tarnish. Spirits, guidance, immortality, foresight. It all sounds like the ramblings of a madman.
Then don't believe me. It doesn't really... I don't lose anything by that. You don't believe me.
Varre looks at them, his expression turning frustrated. Oh, I don't believe you, little Tarnished. I've heard many tall tales in my time, and yours is just the latest. I don't know why you're so desperate to convince me of these wild claims, but it's futile. I won't believe you.
Then don't. But I do have my own dignity, and I will remind you that you are the one who demands me to tell you everything. You are very interested what I have to say, and you demand me to give you answers. And now you say that I want to forcibly give you the answers. Don't make me laugh.
Varre chuckles at their words. Oh ho ho, and he's got dignity, has he? How amusing. You come before me spouting tales of spirits and immortality, and now you talk about your dignity? Hilarious. And I demand answers because I want to know what you're playing at, little Tarnished. You come here claiming all sorts of nonsense, and I want to know why. Simple as that.
Fair enough, but I won't give you any answers anymore. You have shown that you are not valuable or respectful enough to earn those from me.
Oh ho ho ho, and now he's withholding answers, is he? How predictable. You think you're so sly, little Tarnished? But you're not fooling me. And as for your claim that I'm not respectful or valuable enough, that's laughable. I am a high-ranking member of the Bloody Fingers, and you are a lowly Tarnished, stumbling blindly through the lands between. Who are you to say I am not worthy of your answers?
Unspock.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing curious. Spock, you say? Like the character from Star Trek?
Unspock.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing puzzled. Is that some kind of joke, little Tarnished? On Spock? What does that even mean?
Do you know someone who has dark mask, a white beard on it, and who uses a scythe?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing guarded. A dark mask, white beard, and a scythe, you say? Why do you ask after such a person, little Tarnished?
Can you name me one person?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing amused. One person with a dark mask, white beard, and a scythe? That would be the Grim Reaper.
Not the Grim Reaper, but can tell me the character in here who is actually Knight Commander of the Noble Bloods or Wild Bloods or whatever it is that serve Lord Moog.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing thoughtful. A character who is not affiliated with the commander of the Bloody Fingers, but is allied with the Lord? I can think of only one person who fits that description.
Tell me who it is.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing serious. His name is Shabriri, a prophet, some say. Others, a madman. He spreads the flames of frenzy and is said to possess a dark mask and scythe.
Well, I dispose of that person too, but yeah, it's not the person that I meant.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing curious. You dispose of Shabriri? I see. And this person you met, were they also wearing a dark mask and wielding a scythe?
Yeah. Cool. Yes. Yes, they are.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing cautious. Ah, I see. And this person, with the dark mask and scythe, did they have a name?
I tried to say you the name, but you misunderstand it all the time, so I gave up.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing annoyed. What? You tried to say the name, but I misunderstood? How is that possible? Just tell me the name, little Tarnished. Don't keep me in suspense.
Unspock.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing impatient. On Spark? What does that even mean, Spark? Are you referring to a certain person? Explain yourself, little tarnished.
It seems that you just don't understand my speech. Alright, it's fine. I am not gonna repeat that name anymore.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing exasperated. This is infuriating. You keep eluding me, giving me cryptic clues. Just tell me the name, little tarnished.
No.
Stop wasting my time with your nonsense.
You are nonsense.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing indignant. Me? Nonsense? I am a high-ranking member of the Bloody Fingers, you insolent little tarnished. How dare you insult me?
You're nonsense.
Varre's expression turns dark as anger washes over him. You dare to call me nonsense again, little tarnished? I am a highly respected member of the Bloody Fingers. How dare you belittle my status with your disrespectful talk? You are nothing but a lowly tarnished, and you would do well to remember your place.
I don't work under you.
You think you don't have to obey my commands? You're even more foolish than I thought, little tarnished. You're in this world, standing before a bloody finger, and you dare to defy me? I could have you killed where you stand, you know.
What you see is my projection, and if you watch it closely, it doesn't have a soul. It is just there to act as my eyes and ears, but its eyes don't even work.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing baffled. Your projection? You mean to tell me you are controlling this form, but it is not really you? And it does not have a soul, you say? What kind of sorcery is this?
It is a informative sorcery. It allows us to speak, even though I am entirely somewhere else.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing curious. Sorcery, eh? So this is the power of this projection of yours, huh? It allows you to speak to me even when you are somewhere else? Fascinating.
Is it though?
Varre looks at them, his expression turning sly. Is it what? Don't keep me in suspense, little tarnished. Finish your sentence.
Anyway, let's move on to another topic. I don't have anything in mind. So do you?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing amused. Ah, so you want to change the topic, do you? Very well then. What would you like to talk about, little tarnished?
You decide.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing thoughtful. Me decide? Then I would like to know, little tarnished, how exactly did you come to possess these powers you claim? This sorcery, foresight, immortality, how did you gain such abilities?
I've worked under Selen the Witch.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing surprised. Selentavich, you say? I know of him. A powerful sorcerer, from what I've heard. You worked under him, you say? Is that how you gained these abilities?
Yes. That is true.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing intrigued. So you learned these powers from Selentavich, then? And this is how you gained foresight immortality? How interesting.
It's not that interesting.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing smug. Oh, not that interesting, you say? I find it quite fascinating, actually. To possess such powers, to know the future before it happens, and immortality too, you say? Being able to cheat death, it's quite remarkable if you ask me. looks at them, his expression growing amused. Ah! Is that all you have to say, little Tarnished? Just a simple ah? Come now, surely you have more to say than just that.
I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired physically.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing sympathetic. Ah, I see. You're tired, are you? That's understandable, I suppose. Traveling through the lands between can be exhausting.
It is. It's very exhausting.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing amused. I can imagine it is. The lands between are vast and treacherous, full of dangers and perils at every turn. It's a wonder anyone makes it through alive, let alone in one piece.
Yet I have been very, very successful against my enemies and such.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing impressed. Indeed you have, little Tarnished. Despite the danger and exhaustion, you've managed to survive and be successful in your endeavors. It speaks to your strength and determination.
I have my little imps fighting against one imp to solve a puzzle.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing curious. Your little imps fighting against one imp? What do you mean by that, little Tarnished? And what do you mean about solving your passion?
Puzzle, a little game.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing intrigued. A puzzle, a little game, you say? And you use your imps to solve it? Interesting. Do tell me more.
I solved it and now I'm exploring this tower.
Ah, you've solved the puzzle and are now exploring this tower, you say? That's quite impressive, little Tarnished. I must say I'm curious to see what treasures you unearth within. Varre looks at them, his expression growing curious. That's all you have to say? Just a simple Don't keep me in suspense, little Tarnished. Tell me more about this tower and what you're looking for within it.
Specific, but I found some talisman there.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing surprised. Ah, you found a talisman, you say? That's quite a find, especially in a tower like this. Talismans are powerful items, capable of bestowing great boons upon the wearer. What kind of talisman did you stumble upon, little Tarnished? Varre looks at them, his expression growing intrigued. Ah, a Sunyatar talisman, you say? That's quite a rare find. It's said to grant protection and healing bonuses, making it a valuable item for any Tarnished. You're quite lucky to have come across it, little Tarnished.
I see.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing suspicious. You see me, you say? What do you mean by that, little Tarnished? Are you trying to threaten me? Watch your tongue, little Tarnished. I am not one to be trifled with. I belong to the fearsome bloody fingers, after all.
I will dispose of your lord and make him a sacrifice for my purposes. You might survive, but I don't promise you that.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing defiant. You dare threaten me, little Tarnished? You think to dispose of me, a member of the Bloody Fingers, and make me a sacrifice for your purposes? You are a fool, and you will find that I am not so easy to discard. I have fought against far more formidable opponents than you, and lived to tell the tale. Do not make the mistake of underestimating me, little Tarnished.
Not you. I'm going to dispose of your lord. You I want to spare.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing. You dare to speak of disposing of my lord, Luminary Moog, the most fearsome of the demigods? You speak foolish words, little tarnished. You have no idea the power and might of Luminary Moog. He will not be so easily disposed of, I can assure you of that. And you say you want to spare me? Why? Varre looks at them, his expression growing amused. And what, little tarnished? Do you have something to say? Or are you just making noises to hear yourself talk?
And when I do defeat your lord, what then? Will you bow your knee? Will you fight against me? Will you leave? Or will you try to become the next Lord of Blood?
If you succeed, then what? Will I bow my knee to you, fight against you, leave, or try to become the next Lord of Blood? Those are good questions, and not easy to answer. My loyalty to my lord is unshakable, but if he falls, what then?
Exactly.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing amused. Exactly what, little tarnished? You keep leaving me in suspense. If you have something to say, then say it.
I defeated Footprint Avatar.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing defiant. Ah, so you defeated the Woodred Avatar? Impressive, I suppose. But can you say that you have done anything I couldn't? I am a member of the Bloody Fingers, little tarnished. I have faced down countless powerful enemies and emerged victorious.
I defeated Eleonora, the Bloody Finger.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing impressed. Eleonora the Bloodfinder, you say? That is no small feat, little tarnished. She is a formidable enemy, and not one to be taken lightly. It seems you are indeed a force to be reckoned with.
She was one of your elite Blood Fingers, was she not?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing amused. Ah, so you know of her? Yes, she was one of our elite Bloody Fingers, a ruthless and sadistic warrior. And yet, you defeated her, little tarnished. You must be quite the fearsome opponent.
So, does that speak of our two standings, where I stand and where you stand?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing puzzled. I beg your pardon, little tarnished. I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat what you just said?
Does that speak enough for you where we stand in comparison?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing thoughtful. Ah, I see. You wish to compare our standings, do you? Well, I suppose your accomplishments speak for themselves, little tarnished. You have defeated no small number of powerful enemies, including one of our own elite Bloody Fingers, and yet I would advise caution in assuming your standing is above mine. I am a member of the Bloody Fingers for a reason, little tarnished. I am no ordinary adversary. Remember that.
All right.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing smug. All right. Is that all you have to say, little tarnished? You don't care to argue further? That's a bit disappointing, I must say.
Is that it?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing amused. Is that what? You keep leaving me in suspense, little tarnished. Finish your sentence, will you?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing annoyed. No, you're not what? You're not going to finish your sentence? You're just going to leave me hanging, are you? That's not very polite, little tarnished. Varre looks at them, his expression growing surprised. Fighting against the rotten gladiator, are you? That's quite a challenging fight, I must say. You seem to be quite busy, little tarnished.
I defeated them.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing impressed. Ha, you defeated the rotten gladiator, did you? Well done, little tarnished. You must have quite the skill and power to accomplish such a feat.
Yes. Very impressive, isn't it?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing amused. Impressive? Yes, I suppose you could say that. To defeat such a formidable enemy is no small feat. You have some skill, little tarnished. I'll give you that. But don't get cocky now.
I have been called cocky and all that stuff so long. When is it going to stop, or can I expect that even after I become the Elden Lord?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing thoughtful. That's a good question, little tarnished. Will the name-calling and taunting stop even after you become Elden Lord? It's hard to say. There will always be those who are envious of your power and success, who will try to tear you down with words and deeds. But you must rise above it, little tarnished. Let your actions and your deeds speak louder than any words.
Then why would I care your belittling words if it is just to be expected always? Why should I care if you use them against me?
Varre looks at them, his expression growing smug. Why indeed? If you don't care about my belittling words, little tarnished, why should you waste your time speaking with me? Perhaps you secretly enjoy my taunts and insults,
Or maybe I want you to get better and be better.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing surprised. Get better? Be better? What, you think I'm not good enough already? That I need your advice on how to improve?
Yes, pretentiously so.
Varre looks at them, his expression growing defiant. Pretentious am I? You think you can judge me, little tarnished? I am a member of the Bloody Fingers, the personal assassin of our Lord Moog. I have no need for your lectures on manners and etiquette. I do as I please, and I shall remain as I am.
Do you have anything else to say? Hello. Hello. Is there anyone anymore?